host reporting. What's that? Manchester Barcraft. Got it.
Hi, I'm Sally Bubblegum, and I'm reporting for 3v3 for Manchester Barcraft, and with me is TLO. So I'd just like to sort of get your opinion on how it's going at the tournament. If you wouldn't mind just sort of like giving us a brief overview of how it's been going.
Well, it didn't go so well. I was eliminated in the group stage, and I'm pretty disappointed in myself. The last two tournaments I did pretty well, and this time I feel like I really let people down. And I guess I had a bad day, but I'm gonna try to use the time here to practice anyways, and come back at the next tournaments.
And do you find it that it's pretty cool that this is like the first time that, you know, sort of, I would say that they've actually thrown prize money at a tournament like this? Is that one of the things that attracted you to this tournament, or is it more just sort of being in the UK?
Well, I'm kind of just want to play all the tournaments coming up in Europe now. Obviously, there should be prize money involved, and I think it's great that i47, the Insomnia series, is kind of growing. And I think it's a tournament that is a little bit underrated. It's run very well, the admins are great, and there haven't been any issues whatsoever. Sadly, there are no big names as casters here because of IPL and WCG and all that. But I hope the upcoming I-Series are going to be great, and I'll definitely come back, I think.
That's great. In the future, can you see that eSports getting bigger? I mean, this is my first LAN. I've never been to a LAN before, but I kind of see that the eSports industry growing in the UK. Can you see that happening?
I think it's a pretty natural process that is just going to grow. More and more people are gaming. If you think about it, in 20 years from now, it's not just going to be young. It's not even now and only young people, but in 20 years, the demographics are just going to be across the board. There's going to be young people, old people, everybody's going to play video games. So eSport naturally is just going to grow and become even more mainstream than it is now. Yeah,
I think that's a really good point that you made there, because I think at the moment you were saying like the young people, it's more a case of not because the younger is better or anything like that. It's just the fact that they maybe don't have the responsibilities.
Well,
maybe
it's just because they grew up with it. The old people didn't really have e-sport, so how can they know it? Yeah.
Going back to like Super Mario or
yeah.
or one-player games, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
What was your going back then? What was before StarCraft? Give us some other games that you know, sort of your favourite. Sort of what got you into gaming in the first place?
Well, my absolutely favorite game, other than StarCraft 2, was Quake 3. I was playing that when I was younger. Sadly, I couldn't really attend LANs because I was playing it when I was 12, and in Germany, you couldn't go to LANs until you were 18. Yeah, so that was a great game. I love Quake 3. Supreme Commander was obviously the game I played before StarCraft 2, and to be honest, I've been playing video games since I was 3 years old, so I pretty much played everything. I played Monkey Island, I played Civilization 1, 2, 3, and seriously, I could probably list hundreds of games, but finally I settled for StarCraft.
Brilliant. Is there any other games that out there that you sort of dabble in when you just want to take a break, or do you just concentrate on StarCraft?
I pretty much only concentrate on StarCraft. There isn't really any time to play anything but StarCraft 2 if you want to be a serious pro gamer, I think. From time to time I might play an FPS with a bunch of buddies, but it probably doesn't accumulate to more than 10 hours a month. So yeah, not really.
Well, thanks for taking the time to speak to Manchester Barcraft. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to? Any sponsors?
Sure. Twitch and Razer and the Low Factory, thanks for making everything possible and making it possible for me to travel around the globe to go to all the tournaments. And well, shout out to the people at Barcraft, Manchester obviously too. Barcraft is actually really great. And if I have the time, maybe we're going to meet at a Barcraft eventually.
Kyoto Lounge is where we're at. We're very, very lucky to have such a great sort of, I would say, positive community behind us. So if you're ever down in Manchester, come and see us. Well, thank you very much for taking the time, TLO. I really appreciate it. Love the Protoss. Okay, cheers, mate. This is Sally reporting for Manchester Barcraft. See you next time. Thank you.